I have a very prayerful mother. And I'm telling you, from when I was born until now, my mom prays every day from 3 a.m. to 6. To 6. She sits down on the floor from 3 and she prays for everybody. She'll mention your name like 100 times every day. I think it reaches a point where God says, something has to change. I think I was a chap guy when I was growing up. Can you believe at the age of 10, my mom will send me to Kikomba.
To do what?
To go and buy. There's a lady there called Mary. She's still there and she still sells vegetables. So she will take me to number 28. That was the matatus going to Kikomba from Kariobangi. Give me like 50 bob. Then I go there, I give that lady the 50 shillings. Back then, 50 shillings will get you like half gunia of vegetables. Mm-hmm. So ananiekea kwa kichwa. Again, we go to the matatu. I come back home. We used to eat skuma every day from January to December.
With ugali?
With ugali. I'm telling you, every single day. When we were lucky, when my dad goes to Shags, he comes back with fish. It's a celebration. But every single day.
Was your dad working?
He was working. He was working with the county council. Mm-hmm. He was a clerk. And my mom also was an administrator. Mm-hmm. But at some point, we felt like now, when we were getting around 14, 13 years, we started to feel actually we are poor. Because I didn't realize when I was young, but at some point I noticed my mom, actually I always get so emotional, had only two dresses. Only. One, I think it was a yellow one and a black one. And one pair of sandals. She wears this every day, going to work. Anabadilisha tu, kama si yellow, anabadilisha ingine. And one sandal. So the funny thing with the sandals, every Sunday you have to take them to the cobbler, kushonwa, because she's walking to work and coming back. But I'm glad now by the grace of God she's okay.
Yeah. So she lived that kind of sacrificial life because of her kids.
Yes.
She needed to.
And another thing, she used to make sim-sim. Mm-hmm. You know, at night before we sleep and peanuts. Then we take a newspaper, you cut it, we pack them. So she will go and sell them during break time because she was working in a school. So at night before we sleep, it was mandatory we help her make those sim-sim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All the kids?
All the kids, you sit down.
So to this day, you can make sim-sim?
Hey, but I don't, the process is hectic because it's made like ugali.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maji na that?
No, not maji. It's sugar, you let it boil, and then you put the sim-sim, and then you
stir.
Kama ugali.
Really?
And then you roll it while it's hot. So you put your hands in water, and then you roll it. Yeah.
So you used to do that?
We used to do that a lot.
Because she needed to make an extra coin to educate her kids.
That is it. And by the grace of the Lord, no one in our home, no one in our house was ever sent home for school fees. No one. No one.
That's amazing.
Yes, no one.
That's amazing. And how did you escape, you know, so what we call like slum, peer pressure, you know, the drugs, the crime?
Actually, now when I was done with class 8, do you believe we were like 100, more than 100, 120 in that Kariobangi North Primary School? And like 40 of us only went to high school.
40?
Like 40.
What happened to the rest?
Most of the guys, they're no longer there. Most of them died. A lot of the girls in that class got married at an early age. Some of them didn't pursue, so they went for these short courses like beauty and everything. But very few. I can count for you. We didn't make it. So, you know, in class 8, if mtu amelead KCP out of 700, akona max 300. So you can imagine how watu wamefail kwa hiyo shule. So actually, when I did class 8 first, I failed because I was number 72
out of
120, na mtu amelead akona 300. So you can imagine what I got the first time. So I had to repeat.
You repeated?
Now my mom took me to another school to repeat class 8. That is where I got good grades.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow. So you managed somehow to not get involved in...
I did manage. And my dad insisted. I was called in a day school. He didn't want. He took me to a boarding school.
I see.
Called Sawagongo High School.
Where?
That is, it's in Siaya, somewhere in Game. Yeah.
That's your shags?
Not our shags, but our shags is in Bondo. But I was just taken to a school in Siaya. Not far away from our
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then now you finished high school. What was high school like?
In fact, the first day I was taken to high school, I think my dad literally threw me from a frying pan into a fire. I joined Form 1, I can't forget, 3rd of March. You know, school, they close in early February before Easter. So I joined on a Friday, and Monday they were the exams.
Oh, okay.
So I had 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, to copy notes. But on Monday, there was the exams. I became number last. Because I didn't know anything. I'm serious. Because you joined, I was the last actually to join Form 1.
And you failed your first exam?
Terribly. And I was paraded. They used to parade bottom 10 and top 10. So I remember this teacher saying, in the very, very last position, he worked tirelessly hard to achieve the last position. He goes by the name of Nabi. So you have to walk the walk of shame, and then you are paraded there.